and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today to learn more about the real meaning of equal justice under law with Legal Shield. We have an amazing company that's giving people access to justice today better than ever, and here to talk about it is my co-host, Mr. Michael Dorsey. Michael?
Hey, thanks, Larry. I'm really excited about what we're doing at Legal Shield. Giving access to equal justice under law is absolutely something that's very important in today's society. What we've done is we're on the cutting edge of technology. We've utilized and built an app that gives you the law firm, a law firm in the palm of your hand, and it makes things simpler, easier, and more affordable simply by using this. We're a company that's been around a long time. We have a $30 million state-of-the-art home office facility in the heartland of America in Ada, Oklahoma, which is about 90 miles southeast of Oklahoma City, with hundreds of employees there to help service our members. We've been around since 1972. We're currently protecting approximately 4.4 million lives in North America with a dedicated network of quality law firms in all 50 states and all Canadian provinces and territories. We've been seen in Forbes, Yahoo Finance, CNBC, Bloomberg. We're an accredited business with the Better Business Bureau. If you think about it, ladies and gentlemen, how many times in your life have you ever signed a contract or document you didn't completely understand? Have you ever had a landlord issue or a tenant issue? You ever been overcharged or treated unfairly by someone or some company where you felt like maybe you were disrespected? When was the last time you received a traffic ticket? Have you ever gotten one? Have you ever been concerned about your child's identity? What about a victim of identity theft yourself or even a data breach? Have you ever had a real estate transaction or needed to prepare or even update your will? Do you even have one? You see, these are everyday life events that we all need access to. And we're here to tell you a little bit about what our plan does for you. So, Larry, back to you.
Thank you, Michael. Most people think that they don't need an attorney because they haven't used one. But really, the reason most people haven't used an attorney is because the first time they think about calling one, what are they forced to think about first? How much it's going to cost, and that's enough to scare them away. However, today, the wealthiest people in our country keep attorneys on retainer. It's not because they're in trouble. It's not because they're criminals. It's because our society's become so complex that wealthy people don't make many decisions without getting legal advice first. And if you knew you could do that, but you wouldn't get a bill for it, is there any reason you wouldn't want to access that benefit? Well, ladies and gentlemen, with the Legal Shield membership right from your smartphone, tap Call My Law Firm. It's a simple process. It'll dial directly into your dedicated law firm. They'll ask for your name and your number and what you need help with, and if there's an opposing party, who that might be. And then within 8 business hours, you're going to have an attorney that works in the area of law that you need help with, whether it's family law, criminal law, tax law, real estate, whatever. They'll call you back and get personal legal advice on an unlimited number of issues, which means there's no limit to the number of issues you can call on. Now, ladies and gentlemen, while attorneys can't change the law to make us right, they can reinforce our rights under the law. Some of the ways they do that is through letters and phone calls. I bought the membership because I didn't have a last will and testament. But 2 months after I bought it, I took a ring to a jeweler to get some work done on it. The jeweler was supposed to fix it, but he ruined it, and then he wouldn't do anything about it. Now, I know everybody listening to this call has been treated unfairly before when you knew you were right, but you were being treated wrong, and there's nothing worse than injustice. Because I was a Legal Shield member, I was able to call the law firm without worrying about getting a bill. I consulted with an attorney for 45 minutes, who then made a phone call to the jeweler on my behalf, telling the jeweler what my rights were as a consumer. Ladies and gentlemen, I ended up getting a check for $2,152.32, but I never paid more than my very inexpensive monthly subscription cost to Legal Shield. Now, that was pretty traumatic. Sometimes it's trivial stuff that drives us crazy. For instance, your cell phone company overcharging you. My wife and I were on vacation in Iceland. I got a bill for $139 for a charge out of Iceland. I tried to get it credited back. They wouldn't do it until they got a letter from my law firm. Then I got the credit back. Or when my homeowners association sent me a letter saying they saw weeds in my yard and fined me $25. I told them I didn't have weeds and wasn't going to pay the fine. They said they would file a lien against my property until they got a letter from my law firm. Then that problem went away. Or when the dry cleaners ruined something special and wouldn't do anything except show me the sign on the wall that said they weren't responsible, but when they got the letter from my law firm, I got a check. So from now on, when people treat you unfairly, don't argue with them. Tap the app, call the law firm, put your law firm to work for you. We'll write that letter or make that phone call on an unlimited number of issues. When it comes to contracts and documents, we all sign them. We're going to sign a lot more. If you ask a wealthy person to sign a contract, who do they always have look at theirs first? Their attorney. Why don't we do it? Simple. It's too expensive, but not with Legal Shield. When somebody says sign here, imagine the freedom of saying, let me run it by my attorney first, because we're going to review all of your contracts and documents up to 15 pages each, call you back, tell you what your rights are, recommend changes. I saved $19,600 on one contract, not because of what was in it, but because of what they left out of it. Now, some of you may have gotten a letter from the IRS, like I did in 2002, where they felt like I owed them more money. They decided to do a 3-year tax audit. So when I consulted with the tax attorney from my firm, he had me sign a power of attorney in my situation, and he went to the audit for me. The result of that was he was able to negotiate a tax code. I got a tax credit where I didn't have to pay taxes for the next 3 years, which saved me $87,600. So if you get something like that, tap the app. It's all included with your monthly subscription. Now, while I've never been sued before, and I pray that you're never sued either, in the event you and your spouse are sued in a covered civil suit, Legal Shield is going to give you pre-trial time to where you help prepare your case. Then we'll go to trial and defend you in that lawsuit. Once our members have been with us for 90 days, we provide family domestic services for uncontested divorce, adoption, separation, and name change. And while you would still pay court costs and filing fees like you would with any attorney, we're going to remove the attorney's fees. We saved a Texas couple $10,000 in an uncontested divorce. We've also got a button on our smartphone that says emergency legal access. Have you ever been pulled over by a police officer before? Not a very comfortable feeling, but we do have rights. We have Miranda rights. You have the right to remain silent and the right to call your attorney. Unfortunately, because a large majority of people can't afford attorneys, they don't remain silent either, and that's usually where they get in trouble. So next time you're pulled over, as long as your car is registered properly and you're licensed properly and you're not under the influence of drugs or alcohol, you tap that app. Within minutes, we'll have an attorney on the phone helping you navigate that situation. We also provide 24/7, 365 emergency access in the event there's a warrant out for your arrest, or if CPS is removing your child from your custody, or if you're injured in an accident. It's amazing peace of mind. What about traffic ticket assistance? Have you ever gotten one? What do? We pay the ticket, we get points on our driving record, our insurance rates go up. Not with Legal Shield, because we have a way to assist you. Now, this is not foolproof. We don't fix tickets. We don't recommend you break the law. I'll tell you the only experience I've ever had. I got one ticket for 11 miles over the speed limit. I submitted it to the law firm. A traffic attorney called me back within 4 business hours. Then I got a letter from the firm saying my ticket had been dismissed without prejudice. My $187 fine was reduced to 0. No points on my driving record. So next time you get a ticket, tap submit a traffic ticket on your smartphone, take a picture of the ticket on your smartphone, hit the send button. Within 4 business hours, you're going to hear from a traffic attorney. They'll see what they can do to possibly help you with your points and fines as well. Ladies and gentlemen, in the time that I've owned this membership, which has been 24 years, I've gotten back or saved in excess of $170,000 by paying this very inexpensive monthly subscription cost. But all the stories I've told you, and I could tell you a whole lot more, were not the reason I bought the membership. I bought the membership because I didn't have a last will and testament, a living will, a healthcare power of attorney, and a financial power of attorney. Today, the average law firm is going to charge you somewhere in the neighborhood of $1,000 to prepare those documents. At Legal Shield, you won't pay anything. This is all included with your monthly subscription, and we'll update it every year to make sure the ones that you love most in life are protected under our plan. Now, of the 4.4 million people that use our service, over 80% of their usage is all covered with this small monthly subscription cost. Sometimes you might get yourself in a real bad situation where you need to hire an attorney anyway, like bankruptcy or DUI. In those situations, when you're consulting with the firm, they would tell you if you want to retain them for that situation, they would offer you a 25% discount. They would give you a quote, and you're welcome to shop around to see if you can get something better. The only thing you're ever going to get from Legal Shield is the cost of your monthly subscription. If you want to retain them for something else like this, you're more than welcome to do so. Now, under the membership, we cover you as a member and your spouse or domestic partner, never married dependent children under age 26 living at home or full-time students, dependent children under age 18 for whom the member is a legal guardian, and any physically or mentally disabled children living at home. Ladies and gentlemen, when you have life events, because they happen to all of us, think about this. Would you rather go try to find an attorney on your own, hoping you pick the right one and pay $250 an hour, or would it make more sense to pay only 83 cents a day, $24.95 a month for your entire family to get access to a national network of law firms? Ladies and gentlemen, Legal Shield becomes the #1 paying client of all of our law firms across the country because of crowdfunding. And while we only pay 83 cents a day, our top law firm gets paid $1.6 million a month from Legal Shield, and that's why our members get such amazing service. So it's an amazing benefit to have. You know, equal justice under law truly is a reality today with Legal Shield. We also have a major crime we're dealing with, #1 consumer complaint for 2 decades, called identity theft. Let me go back out to Michael and have him talk about it. Michael?
Yeah, thanks, Larry. You know, with all the recent data breaches, it is a huge problem that everyone faces. It is identity theft, and criminals don't want your money; they want your identity nowadays. You know, and it comes in the form of several different areas, from tax return fraud to medical claims, social security claims, driver's license, criminal character, as well as credit issues, which is the most commonly known aspect of identity theft. We have another app with ID Shield, an incredible app that gives you licensed private investigators in the palm of your hand. So when you activate your app, you're able to have monitoring and alerts start. You'll see your credit score when you open it. We'll start monitoring your social security number, your passport, and anything else you want to add to it, like your driver's license, your medical ID, your email addresses, your loans, credit cards, bank accounts, dark web surveillance, social media. So you're being monitored, and you receive those alerts if anything does change. So in addition to getting a manual on being able to fix it and help take care of that, you're going to receive comprehensive restoration with a team of licensed private investigators, a $25,000 protection policy with our One Bureau monitoring. But those investigators are going to do whatever it takes, work as long as it takes, to restore your identity to its pre-theft status with an unlimited service guarantee. For an additional $5 a month, we have comprehensive 3 bureau monitoring, a $1 million protection policy, plus high-risk application and transaction monitoring. So ID Shield is absolutely, in my opinion, the best-in-class service out there in the marketplace. The individual plan covers the member. The family plan covers the member, the member's spouse, or domestic partner, and up to 10 dependent children under the age of 18. So really, the family is covered with that. These two services together are $1.66 a day or $49.90 a month. The family plans, or the individual plan will be $34.90 a month. But here's how you can offset some, if not all of the costs, is through our member perks. It's in your Legal Shield app. So when you access that, you're going to save money with hundreds of companies. And it's a thank you from our corporate office, saying we appreciate your business and being a Legal Shield ID Shield member. And you're able to go in there and activate that, and you're able to save money when you go out and buy clothes, buy a car, if you're shopping online, if you go out to the movies. I'll give you an example of how I use it. I'm able to save $10 per phone per month, and I pay for 5 mobile phones in my household every month. And I'm through Verizon service because I use member perks. I save that $10 per phone per month, which is $50 a month. So it really pays for my family plan, and absolutely is a no-brainer when you look at both of these services together. It's just an incredible value. I would never be without it. I'll have it for the rest of my life. I've had it over 2 decades now, and I've made better decisions, had better consultations, and just have a lot more peace of mind, Larry. So I'll send it back to you to close it up.
Well, thanks, Michael. The action steps, ladies and gentlemen, are really simple. First of all, enroll as a member. Get the direct sign-up link from the person who invited you. Sign up and download the apps. Literally, once you sign up, within 15 minutes, your information will be in your dedicated law firm's database, and you'll be able to start using the service immediately. Number 2, please get your will prepared. Protect your loved ones. It's free, ladies and gentlemen, with your membership. There's no additional cost. Remember, you get it, your spouse gets it, all of your covered family members of age get this. It's all free with the membership. Number 3, don't guess anymore. The law is not logical. The law is legal. Make sure you know your legal rights. Tap the app. Get legal advice without having to worry about getting a bill. And number 4, don't stress about identity theft. Let our private investigators help you with any identity theft issues you have. Thank you very much for listening to these incredible benefits that's provided by Legal Shield and ID Shield. Please take care of yourselves. Stay safe, and God bless.
Hi.